every night, little Jimmy dreads 8 o'clock. Because every night around 8 o'clock, little Jimmy's mom sends him to bed. It's the same thing over and over again. Little Jimmy complains, and his mom gives him the same answer. You need your sleep. However, one night little Jimmy asks his mom, why do I need to go to bed so early? What ensued was a mind-blowing, extremely detailed answer. Sleep is special, because sleep is necessary for normal functioning. Sleep deprivation affects mental health, and sleep deprivation affects physical health. Well, in order to understand how sleep deprivation can affect our mental and physical health, we must first understand how sleep benefits the human body. According to Michael B. Russo, MD, Director of Aircrew Health and Performance at the United States Air Force Research Laboratory, although sleep is a dynamic activity, during sleep, our body restores brain power by resting parts of the brain that are most active during the day. This is especially true in areas that are responsible for social and emotional interaction. So the quality of your day can be directly affected by the amount of sleep you get the night before. In addition, the National Institute of Neurological Disorders and Stroke says production of cell proteins is high while you sleep, while the breakdown of these proteins is relatively low. And these proteins are essential for cell growth and tissue repair, especially in repairing the areas that were damaged by ultraviolet radiation and stress throughout your day. All these amazing things happen while we sleep. But how much sleep do we actually need in order for these things to occur to their full potential? Well, according to Michael B. Russo, MD, the average adult needs 8 to 8.4 hours of sleep every night on average. However, some require more and some require less. All this depends on who you are. We all know sleep is important for functioning. However, when we miss or don't get enough sleep, it can have a drastic effect on our mental health. Imagine you're staying up late trying to study for a math test. You figure, oh, all this studying will help me. However, this can come back to bite you. According to a study by the University of California at the San Diego Medical Center, in a study, two groups of patients. One was sleep deprived up to 5 hours, the other allowed to rest normally. The next morning, they were given a series of arithmetic tests. During these tests, the brains were being scanned by MRI scanners. It was determined that in the sleep-deprived patients, parts of the brain that were active in the rested patients were completely inactive in the sleep-deprived patients. Furthermore, in the sleep-deprived patients, a different part of the brain was active, while still performing forward on the test and having more admitted answers. So in other words, their brains worked harder but accomplished less. In addition to affecting mental processes, sleep deprivation can affect how mental processes translate into physical processes. In a study by Carlisle Smith and Christian McNeil at the University of Trent Department of Psychology, 2 groups of patients were given a simple motor task test. This test is commonly used by psychologists to study motor learning. One group was sleep deprived while learning this task, the other allowed to rest normally. It was found that, on average, sleep-deprived patients had a harder time picking up the skill and performed poorer on every test. Because sleep is necessary for normal functioning, missing sleep can affect mental health. However, it can have an unseen effect on your physical health. Sleep deprivation affects physical health. According to a national team of accredited doctors and scientists that work for the American Heart Association, in a study, two groups of patients were studied. One was sleep deprived for an entire night, the other allowed to rest normally. In the morning, each group was given a blood test. On average, it was discovered that sleep-deprived patients had a significantly higher blood pressure by up to 8 points or more, and had a lesser amount of brain chemicals in the blood that were responsible for circulatory control. This is what leads many scientists to believe that is the reason why cardiac incidents most commonly occur in the morning hours. In addition to affecting heart health, sleep deprivation can also have a drastic effect on our immune system. In a study by Jan Palmblatt, MD, published in the Journal of Psychosomatic Medicine, white blood cells in sleep-deprived patients and rested patients were compared. After being subjected to a DNA test, it was discovered that the rate of protein synthesis of the white blood cells was significantly lower than the rested patients' white blood cells. These proteins are essential to fighting off infections and other harmful invaders that are destroying the body. Sleep is important for the human body, because sleep deprivation can affect physical and mental health. So the next time you're planning to stay up late for that math test or trying to pull an all-nighter, remember the story of little Jimmy. Sleep is special. So remember, sleep is important for normal functioning. Sleep deprivation can affect mental health, and sleep deprivation can affect physical health.